make it. Slade, very well-known hunter, very curious to see how he performs. Everything is on the table. We are jumping into round number 1, the first half. Both teams are fighting for the points to win this matchup between FT and N3.
We're going to see the wedding spawn here from Slade, using these cats right away here just to try to close a little bit of different distance here and rotating straight towards bottom broken here. Finding the location of, let's see which character this is. I think this is the psychologist. So Slade's actually got them caught in a bit of a weak area, and he's going to get a free hit. Psychologist runs right into the and there, and just like that, Slade already has a really good start here. Goes to this cat as well. Can he hit this onto the psychologist? Psychologist, oh, wasn't even a beautiful job from Slade. Psychologist wasn't even able to, didn't even go for a dodge there, just kind of ate the cat. I guess was trying to break line of sight, but yeah, it doesn't really work. And we're going to see Slade a second hit right away. One more cat away here for Slade, and he should have a very fast down on honestly a character that's strong against ants.
That is for sure, that is for sure. And that is actually, oh, look at that, look at that. Oh, it just ran out. The ability to heal herself just ran out. If that hit would have come a little bit earlier, the psychologist could have been rescued from a chair and immediately got a little bit of heal, so therefore could have taken an additional hit, which would have been fantastic for the survivor side. But this just plays out perfectly for Slade. Psychologist got rid, exhausted her skill, cannot utilize the self-heal anymore. Absolutely fantastic for Slade right here. Already figured out where the next survivor is coming from, destroying the portals of the priestess, putting so much pressure on the team that didn't have the time to decode cipher machines too much yet. We have the acrobat coming through, we have blink ready. Will there be no concentration on just hitting the mercenary away, and now definitely focusing on the psychologist with the skill right here. That is such a strong start right here, and blink might come through to, oh, still is taking the hit right here, even though she was able to ward that pallet.
Yeah, able to get the down there. I think Slade had fast power breaking speed, so this might be an up-down blink build. I think the downside here for Slade is he missed out on potentially stuffing the mercenary, or at least double hitting the mercenary. And has very good camp. It's a character that can, if used properly, double hit rescuers. So allowing the free rescue of the mercenary is not ideal for Slade, but he at least gets one injury down and kills the psychologist before Tide Turner has weared off. So we'll see if the survivors go for rescue. I don't think it's a good idea to rescue here. Your main rescuer of the mercenary is already down. Acrobat is coming in for this rescue, but Slade knows exactly where they are, and he's actually going to cancel the cats a little bit early here. Can he potentially prevent this rescue? Acrobat's going to come for this all the way up to the chair here. Will Slade go for the chair truck, go for the swing, gets the hit, but doesn't get the rescue. He did not get the rescue off here. Acrobat's going to go down immediately to his cats as well. You cannot dodge out of full presence in here. What a turnaround for Slade. Yeah, there's no reason to go for that rescue. Just sell that. Acrobat saves Tide Turner, has full health, focus on decoding there. Slade has no trade swap. You know it's up-down blink most likely. So there's no way for him that he can teleport to a new Cypher machine. So if Acrobat just pushes Cyphers, keeps full health there, N3 has a tied position. As soon as you go for that rescue and risk the potential stuff on the rescue, you give Slade the opportunity to win here, and he's taking advantage of that perfectly.
Oh, look at that, destroying the escape route that was created by... Ooh, that was created by the priestess, and that was a free hit again on the acrobat. Absolutely fantastic with the ants, cats, and another chair for the acrobat. He is still alive, he has still a chance to get rescued, but at the same time it is difficult. Mercenary already damaged. Priestess not having a lot to play with right here. Can utilize the portals. Oh, we can see Mercenary getting out of here. This might be a rescue from the mercenary, but again, that is very, very risky. Mercenary will fall down. Acrobat, if he is taking another hit, that will be the end. Acrobat is trying to cancel out the skills, not taking it though. Slade is not taking it, and will have the skill ready by now. And there comes the cat, is attached, is stopped, and there goes the acrobat. Double down. Mercenary is down. Acrobat is down. Acrobat will be out of the game as soon as he hits the chair. Absolutely fantastic game by Slade right now, and yeah, that's just a tough situation because the last two Cypher machines, they're at 40 and at 0%, so there's not a lot of chance for the survivor team to actually finish these Cyphers now that Slade can concentrate on the last two. The main thing that the survivors can do right now is, ooh, that portal didn't really play out as the priestess was hoping, but again, the main thing that the survivors need to focus on right now is to get at least one survivor through the dungeon. It might be a back and forth. Slade might try to get as many downs as possible just to have them, you know, lay on the floor, exhaust their self-heal, and then get the 4 survivor elimination. But if the survivors can take 1 survivor through the dungeon, that would be, in my opinion, the most optimal outcome.
Yeah, just like that. Yeah, no cyber progress at all here. We're going to see him get it down on the priestess as well. And it's just, yeah, a lot of little missteps here for the survivors. Unfortunately, Psychologist giving a free hit early. And then just going for that rescue again. If you conserve your items, Slade's already wasted his trait, so he has no blink available. If you just conserve your items, I don't even think he would have had full presence. If I'm not mistaken. Actually, he might have gotten a terror shock on. No, he didn't. Yeah, I'm not really sure then. Yeah, he's gonna just down the mercenary. Priestess gonna go ahead and get back up, but again, just a matter of time here. Grizzly mercenary will hit the ground here with 2 elbow pads remaining, which is just kind of unfortunate. Yeah, items just not being utilized perfectly, and we're gonna see him go back for the priestess. All Slade has to do down this priestess, share these survivors, and this will be 4 survivor elimination with Ann. Round 1 and here for Slade. Again, up down blink is a very tie heavy build here, but Slade playing very strong here. You know, still 2 ciphers remaining, and just a lot of progress still to go here. So Slade really on track to put FT in a very favorable position right away.
Yeah, and you can see that Pine is just around the area where the dungeon is trying to get, again, they need to get that 1 survivor escape, but it is difficult because we have the Mercenary on the ground, and Mercenary can self-heal, will get up right now, or at least, I think can self-heal, right? Or yes, self-heal, gets up right there, and now it will be a back and forth. The thing is, with the Mercenary on the ground and that very, very long bleed out time, it is gonna be difficult for the Priestess to just wait around and stay alive for that period of time for the dungeon to open up. It's overall just a hopeless situation for the survivors, I would say. Extremely strong played by Slade right here. Extremely strong match, because if we look at the Cypher Machine progress, there's, I would say, no chance for them to come back from this. He is healing up with a syringe. That might not be enough time, because we already have the cat attached to him.
Yeah, already has the cat on him. He was able to pick up the elbow pads. He's going to go ahead and blink through that wall. They're just going to, yeah, use those jumps, closing the distance. Is going to get the down on the Mercenary. And this should be, I believe Priest is already a self-hit as well. This should be a 4 survivor elimination here for Slade. Excellent job overall. Mercenary, I guess, just going to try to get the heal off, but there's no way. This is going to be the last survivor eliminated. Slade securing that down there. And 4 survivors out here. We should just see a surrender at this point. And yeah, excellent job from Slade. 5-0 in favor of FT right away here. I guess, yeah, there we go. Okay. Slade with the 4 survivors eliminated.
Even though you have a strong character that can go against the Seer, Seer's Owl can always make or break the game. Even if you're coming in with a hunter that is strong against the Seer's Owl that could potentially cancel out the Seer's Owl, it can be dangerous. I'm curious to see the Seer in this match, because I would assume we're gonna see a lot of Seer bans in the future. We have the Seer coming in as first target right here in the church, and we can also see that what YS is concentrating on that Seer, is focusing on that first survivor that he found, and is trying to bring him down as soon as possible.
Yeah, is going for a web Seer. Oh, it's an early flame snipe. Wow, beautiful job here from the Axe Boy. That's really what they need to see to start things out here. Webb's going to go ahead and vault that for a speed boost transition away here. Look at this kiting job from Webb's, actually staying away from all ciphers. We see all 3 survivors doing the other side of the map here. Beautiful mind game, tries to go for this here. Will he pull a flip here? You need to dodge this one, goes for that. No owl! No owl from the Seer at all. So Seer goes down with owl still online here. So if there's any chance for N3 to come back here, that's exactly what we need to see from this Axe Boy.
So that is very, very strong. Seer still has the owl, and that might definitely be something we need to keep an eye for when the Seer is getting rescued right here. But at the same time, it's a strong start from what YS. Immediately brings down the first survivor. The Cypher Machines didn't really have a chance to be decoded. We have the Gravekeeper coming through. Will we see Flame Snipe? Oh, missed the Flame Snipe right now. We're gonna see what YS concentrating on the Seer. We have the stun. The Seer's Owl should disappear in just a few seconds, because again, there was a huge nerf. 8 seconds of the Seer's Owl and it's gone. Now it's really just raw kiting right here on Webs. He needs to provide a kite that is really giving the survivor team a lot of time. We can see the flame snipes are coming through, and what a snipe, really taking that hit on the Seer. Fantastic job. What YS really showing that they might be newer in the competitive scene, but they definitely can put up a strong fight. We have the first survivor on the chair for the second time. 2 Cypher machines are being decoded already, which is not too bad on the survivor side, but at the same time you can really see how WhatYes is putting pressure on the survivors.
Yeah, absolutely. Trying to maybe force them into going for a rescue here. That really gives them the opportunity to potentially come back, be able to stop that rescue. But it looks like, see, this is what you have to do as a survivor side to secure a draw. Telling the survivor, not feeding extra presents. See, the Axeboy Grizzly is not full presents, so they're not going to sell. They're going to sell. They're not going to save. It prevents the Axeboy from reaching full presents, and it doesn't risk any sort of stuff of a rescue, and it also promotes Cypher Rush. Look at that. Already 2 Cyphers remaining, and the last 2 Cyphers are already 30% plus progress. So it really just goes to show allowing a survivor to be eliminated on the rocket chair, pushing the Cypher machine, preventing the hunter from getting full presence, and just going for a draw is really beneficial in this sort of tournament situation. And this is going to work out perfectly for FT, considering their hunter's already eliminated all 4 survivors in the first round. We're going to see the postman. Oh, he goes one way and actually runs back into the hunter for a brief second, but I think he was trying to avoid being mind game there. He's going to go ahead and head towards middle broken here. Has to be wary of the slaves. There goes for the pull, and he gets out of range just in time here. Blink is still available. We're going to see him go for the dog, and he does get the dog, which will gain him more distance as well. I think if you're WhatYes, you probably want to try to save your trade as long as possible here, considering the Cyphers are already almost prime, but Postman throws the pallet on the wrong side, and it's going to give him free hit, but unfortunately, it's going to kind of just keep transitioning away here as long as possible.
But at the same time, you need to really look at the Cypher machine progress. This is definitely a different match than we have seen it before, just by, you know, the team work right here. And Blink was not going through. Is that going to be... It's going to be an extremely strong kite from the postman, buying more and more time. The last Cypher machine might be primed before he even goes down. That's absolutely fantastic for the survivors, for FT. And that flame, it didn't hit. Cypher machine is at 90% right now. Great kite by the postman. And again, it's a complete different story if the survivors are not going in for the rescue. You don't have a fat hunter, you don't have the entire presence up, and you really have the chance to decode faster. And there we can probably see the survivor going down to potentially a flame. WhatYes needs to flame that to bring down the survivor immediately. Swings again, picks him up. Nice team communication. They knew that that was a flame hit, so therefore they didn't pop the Cypher. They can still easily come in with a rescue, right? Postman was on the chair for, I think, the second time, so therefore they have time to rescue and potentially body block with a normal swing attack, and that might actually give them enough time right here to pop the Cypher. Look at that, forcing the X-Boy to swing at the Gravekeeper, but he's waiting for the flame to come through.
Yeah, he's waiting for that cooldown. He's going to try to go for the flame. Oh, they get the heal off in time. Can he dodge the flame this time? He does dodge it this time, Grizzly. So now it's just same situation here. Postman's going to try to position themselves in an area where they can pop the Cypher machine, avoiding all flames. He's going to go towards Graveyard, which is a good kiting area. Tries to go for the dog, but yeah, you got to be careful. Here's the flame, and he doesn't dodge it. Will they just pop it this time? And they pop it, but he picks it up. They pop him, but the Cypher machine, but he picks him up in time. Oh, a huge misstep from FT here. Now the teleport's still online, so I think the game plan here for WhatYes is you have to go break this long portal first, and then go for the teleport and hope Gravekeeper can't make the rescue in time. That's your only chance, but no, he's going for Gravekeeper, which means that Priestess can get the gate open. You should be able to get this Gravekeeper eliminated, most likely, unless he's able to kite the dungeon here. That's kind of the only chance here. We're going to see Priestess took the portal. Grizzly, this is what happens when you don't break the portal. They had to break that portal. Priestess took it, went back to the chair, and now gets a free rescue because the Hunter did not break the portal, and now they actually will be able to most likely draw this match.
Look at that, and the Gravekeeper really buying a lot of time. He's not kiting towards the dungeon because the survivors were there, and he had to make sure that... Oh, look at that teleport. That might be a 3-survivor escape. That was definitely the teleport to the wrong gate because 2 survivors, Postman and Priestess, went to the back gate again through the portal. Gravekeeper is still here. Gravekeeper could still potentially... could still potentially be the survivor that will secure the tie for WhatYes. Definitely fantastic late game on the survivors right here. Also from N3 because they were securing the tie. That is at least preventing the survivors from getting too many points. They were able to get 5 points in the first round, and therefore with this tie right here, it will end up with a 5-point deficit.
So Mercenary and Entomologist is going to be very strong here. Postman, of course, is a good decoder. Dancer, I don't know. So Dancer is actually decent here because when you drop down from like a 2-story area, you hit the ground, Dancer gets a 40% increased speed boost when you drop down. So, you know, having the holes in those 2-story buildings can be very important. We're going to see the fake 8 spawn here from YYS immediately rotating towards the middle area here. Does immediately catch onto the site of Freed. I believe that's the Mercenary, so not going to commit here. And instead go towards the middle. Actually go towards Geisha. You don't really see a Survivor rotating over here, so I don't think... Yeah, he's actually going to change targets instead. Head over to the Entomologist. So this is not a good find here for the Axeboy. Entomologist, you know, as we mentioned, a very strong kiter against Axeboy, and he may actually just leave the Ento. No, he's going to commit here. So this might be a pretty easy kite here for the Ento, actually, if he decides to stay on this target.
Might be a tough first survivor. We can see that YYS is trying to still find another survivor, even though he has his attention given to the webs, to the Entomologist. So definitely look at that patience. But going up right here, that doesn't really help the X-Boy. Oh, really good kite from the Entomologist already. Strong game from the survivor side. Postman would definitely be a little bit of a better find. Even the Female Dancer. Female Dancer, you already mentioned. Female Dancer is a character that I personally have seen a lot in rank when I was playing rank lately. And I'm curious to just have a quick question to you. What is your opinion on Female Dancer and her improvement with the little swirly action where she can move a little bit faster away while she's having the music box?
Yeah, so Beautiful Dancer goes for the blink and misses it. Dancer is really good on certain maps. Any map where there's a 2-story opportunity, you can simply drop down. We are going to see the hit onto the Entomologist. You can drop down, get a speed boost from dropping down, and also in tight kiting areas, Entomologist can be very strong. Dancer can be very strong because it forces the hunter to walk through the boxes. If they break them, then you can get a pallet stun with the box, and if they do catch up to you, you can just spin away. So Female Dancer actually is a kind of a non-meta character, but it's actually good in later rounds as a potential surprise option. So yeah, not really a bad character overall here, especially here on this map in the 2-story areas. Entomologist can be strong, so maybe we'll see that come into play at some point. We're going to see the Axeboy go for a charge attack, but yeah, the pallet's already been dropped here. Webb's already off to a very strong kite here, and with a stable rescuer like the Mercenary, Webb... Oh, he swings too early! He could have actually gotten that hit, but swings too early, and Webbs is able to last even longer here. He's going to make it back to the window, able to vault this again, transition away here, and this is a very strong kite for Webbs, and already it's looking like a very strong position, probably winning here for FP.
That is, yeah, very true. Very strong position, really able to dodge these hits and dodge these flames, and strong kite, as you already mentioned, even being able to get away from the dungeon. We had the dungeon over there, and that one swing could have hit, but we saw the Entomologist avoiding the hits and really transitioning away from the dungeon as well. This is definitely putting YYS into a tough situation because 3 Cypher machines already being decoded, 2 more at 80, even over 80%, so basically primed. We have 1 survivor coming in for the rescue, and Entomologist is off the chair. YYS did not expect that. The Mercenary would come around and rescue from behind, so absolutely fantastic job with the last Cypher machine already being primed. And I think YYS does not necessarily expect that because he's going for the swing now. With the vault of this window, we already have the Entomologist across the entire map. Absolutely fantastic late game. And we can even see the tram is kind of cutting off the way, now forcing YYS to kind of go for the Mercenary. But at the same time, Mercenary, that is the only survivor that is on this gate, which means we could see a potential 3 survivor escape in this map. Look at that. Maybe even 4 survivor with the elbow pad really getting distance, and has 2 more elbow pads left and could potentially take 1 hit. There we go, tries to go for a charge attack. Gets Dungeonist right there. That could be a potential 4 survivor escape.
Yeah, this is going to be a 4 survivor escape here, and here comes the Mercenary. He has to go for a flame snipe right now. Will he hit it? Either way, it's not going to matter. Mercenary out the X. Endgame kiters by any means.
Yeah, that's true. That is, yeah, that's true. Looking at the situation they're in, having to play it a little bit more risky. Again, high risk, high reward. That is definitely the motto right here, because N3, they need to get the 4 survivor escape. That's definitely going to be a little bit more tough if you have survivors that are not really, you know, as you already mentioned, having the survivability. And we already found the mechanic. We have Slade going for the mechanic so early in the match. That could already be a very, very good start for Slade, especially, you know, knowing how good Slade is, how well he has played in round number 1. He will definitely not allow that mechanic to take too much time from him. And there comes the first hit through the pallet. Fantastic job by Slade. A lot of patience, and then with the fast attack, he really was able to get that hit on the mechanic. And here you can see he's coming through with the Blackguard, who has just a very, very long hit range. Might be able to land that again before the mechanic is able to wall. There we go, mechanic goes down, first survivor is down. All Slade has to do is he has to concentrate on the first survivor elimination, and that's basically it. Then he obviously wants to prove that, you know, he can eliminate all of the survivors, but just one survivor out of it means that they will proceed in the tournament, and that's definitely what he wants to do.
Yeah, and unfortunately, Mechanic wasn't able to drop the bot either, so that means there's not going to be any added Cypher Rush here, and the bot's already been eliminated once, so I guess the best chance here is we're going to see Slade going to go ahead and go for Psychologist. He's going to be able to get a free hit here on the Psychologist using that bell. Probably will go back here. I think Acrobat going for the rescue here is able to get the save before half, so it's an uninjured rescue, which is always ideal. But again, Slade right back to the Mechanic. All you have to do is chair this Mechanic 2 more times, and it will be a final victory here for FT. So if you're Mechanic, you need to save your bot. So your only chance here for Mechanic is save your bot for endgame kite. Try to use it to body block a Detention Hunter. He goes for the swing. No, she's going to use it now. Does get the block, which is nice, but now Mechanic does not have anything to work with. So even if you do manage to get to the end game, Mechanic still will just go down right away against the Detention Hunter. He has that Soul Siphon, which is going to trap a Mechanic here. He's unable to vault, and this will secure the down. And again, with no bot available for a body block later in the game, yeah, Mechanic just has no items to work with. I guess the only chance here for the survivors is Mercenary can search a chest, maybe drop an item near the Mechanic that he gets out of the chest, and or maybe drop her the elbow pads if you can tie with that. But besides that, yeah, Mechanic using hiding in that situation, you really just have to save it there. But unfortunately, Slade was able to get it out, and it's already looking good here for Slade.
That definitely does look good for Slade, and he's immediately going to teleport over here to or not, at least throwing the umbrella over there to put more pressure on the survivors. At the same time, he knows someone needs to come in for the rescue. He knows that that survivor cannot die because they need a full survivor survive. Nice trick right here from the Mercenary. Was crouching down to pretend that he was rescuing, was taking that hit. Now is trying to body block as long as possible. Is taking the bell right here. Fantastic job. Another bell. This might be... Oh, we might see that the Link is coming through. That the Mercenary is not going to body block. The Mercenary was trying to get away, was hoping that the Mechanic would be able to make more distance. But again, Blink is securing the first survivor out of the game. Cypher Machine progress is not going too bad, we have to point that out, but at the same time, the situation is the following. One survivor elimination by FT means FT wins against N3 overall. And that is the case right now. Now, Slade can just concentrate on eliminate more survivors. Is going for the Psychologist, who is the best find because Psychologist is not having the ability to heal herself up again, will now not have any items to protect herself, and that might bring her down within the next hit.
Yeah, and, you know, again, we talked about, you know, Mercenary, you mentioned, we're going to see that swing, beautiful drop from Slade to get down. One Cypher remaining, last Cypher is actually almost done, so survivors can touch, but again, it really doesn't matter. Slade did get the one kill that he did need there. The only chance for N3 is Mercenary had the body block. He had the body block, and tried to just keep body blocking until that last Cypher was primed. Interestingly, Mercenary, I guess, just left. I'm hoping Mechanic could kite, but... yeah, you're relying on a Mechanic with no items to kind of full presence Hunter all the way to the end game, and cancels the elbow pad as well. Beautiful job from Slade here. We're going to see Acrobat go for that rescue. I expect him probably just to slug Mercenary. Yeah, he's going to slug Mercenary, go back to the share here, and just try to, just get as many extra points as possible here at this point. It's pretty much just a fun match, and we'll see what Slade, just kind of trying to show off his skill here as much as possible.
Yeah, I'm very excited how this match will end, because at the end of the day we have the last Cypher Machine almost primed, but we don't have a survivor on that Cypher Machine, so that is definitely something we have to consider. They are relocating. We have the Acrobat now here in the area. Acrobat could potentially take a hit. and then pop the Cypher Machine off, but is trying to get away from the Cypher Machine, trying to give the chance to the Psychologist. Psychologist on the other side is getting cut off. Now it's going to be a fight for this last Cypher Machine, and Slade is having a really good spot right here because all survivors are already injured. He can go easily for the Psychologist. Acrobat was picking up the Mercenary. That means they are still away from the Cypher Machine. Now picking up that Psychologist is forcing them to, one survivor has to go in for the rescue, which will most likely be the Mercenary. But Basement is such a difficult situation, such a difficult spot for the survivors now, especially since they are all injured. Yes, Mercenary can take that hit, but we could see Slade dropping down to get more damage, going to avoid the attack recovery. And we can see the rescue will happen. The rescue will happen. The Cypher Machine is primed, and we have the Acrobat right on it.
Cypher Machine is primed here, but we have a very large hitbox. He's going to be able to go for the charge attack, but
oh,
this
nice.
is actually... Can he get this charge attack hit onto the Psychologist? Here's the charge attack, gets the drop down. They're going to go for the pop, but Slade can easily just hit him right back down. He's going to be able to put the Psychologist on the rocket chair, has his umbrella available, has blink available as well, Grizzly. He can easily push this to more than just a draw.
Yeah, that is absolutely fantastic for Wu Cheng, who is now able to utilize the umbrella to go all the way over there to the one exit gate where we have both survivors. Both survivors are trying to be in the same area. We have the Mercenary who will go down to a detention hit, and he didn't heal himself up, but at the same time we're gonna see Slade just pick him up, bring him to the chair, and even with the Acrobat being able to cross the map, Acrobat will not be able to open up that gate in time. There is no chance to have enough time before the umbrella is ready to teleport all the way over there, and at the same time we have Slade knowing that the dungeon is here, now has the earmark. Tinnitus is giving him the hint that the survivor is here and is not able to find the Acrobat just yet, so that is definitely a situation that might lead into a rescue potentially, or he's just waiting here until the Mercenary is out of the game so he can transition over to the dungeon.
Yeah, he does have Tinnitus. I think Slade will probably shortly figure out that the survivor is in two-story. He's going to check Graveyard here, doesn't see any. He's going to switch to Graveyard, interestingly enough. Loses Tinnitus, so because of that, he should pick up that Acrobat's in two-story. Will Acrobat try to save? No, he's going to wait in this upstairs two-story. 30 seconds left in the detention, so if Acrobat can evade Slade long enough, he can wait at the detention, then go for the dungeon. At least try to get one survivor escape here, but yeah, I think Slade's now caught on to Acrobat is in two-story. Or maybe not. He's still looking around here, maybe he's trying to bait the Acrobat to drop down, I don't really know. But Acrobat can still just stand in this two-story until the last 10 seconds of detention wear off.
Very, very interesting. It might seem like Slade now found the Acrobat, but that might be enough time for detention to run out and for the Acrobat to get that one survivor escape that they were waiting for. Nice, good job right here. Acrobat gets the dungeon, is avoiding